Dear friends, it is talk number 11 about Nucleus. Probably it will be the last one, but we will see. So let's assume that this nucleus is being actually created. You know, people got together, they have their money, they have their, friendship, they have all which needed, they have their business plan, and they arrange with the bank, and etc. They incorporated it somehow, let's say, as the agriculture, housing, and agriculture cooperative, something like that. Well, that will depend on your, of course, your wishes. So next thing is to get land to build it. Land to buy, it's very easy, but not on each land you are allowed to build. And as I mentioned, since it's agriculture cooperative, you have to convince the local authorities that indeed, since it's a cooperative and agriculture, you have to live, rightly so, when you do your business, which is agriculture. So you have to choose the friendly local authorities. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in where I live, in France, they have incredible power, the local authorities. And you can convince them, once you become friendly with them, inspire, they may even give you some money. And once you are friendly with local authorities and they are like your, you have to be persuasive, you have to seduce them to it. Since you live in of course, at that point, in a capitalistic society, so as I said, you have money, they may give you maybe a grant, who knows, that depends. Because they usually have lots of money and they very much want to keep people in rural areas, very much, because the rural areas are depopulated. People go away and the fields are left, and the best thing could be that some cows are wandering on them. Okay, so you build your beautiful apartment, wooden, insulated, as I said, up to the brim. So you have some source of energy. Geothermic will be probably the cheapest and simplest. And you could put few solar panels, but I don't believe they do very much in climate where. And the windmills, as I investigated, they really should be bigger to be efficient. Bigger because upper is better wind. So you have your energy, you have your greenhouses, you bought it. Now you live, obviously, not in some middle of the wild woods. Such things hardly exist, and there you can do neither agriculture, neither build anything. It's usually protected. So you are surrounded by the local villages, people, little town, etc. And now comes a critical element. You have to befriend them. You have to convince them that you are for real, that you are not a bunch of hippies or a bunch of crazies, that you are normal, business people who wants to do good things, who wants to help environment. It's not difficult. The people are, at least in France, are pretty educated and smart, and you very quickly can befriend them. You have to be open, invite, make a reception, make a talk about what you are doing, invite children, and you become an integral, not only an integral part of the community, of this whole bigger community, you become their treasure. And they are very happy to have you, and they will be interested after a while. They are not so, they're very pragmatic. If you see that you do fine, you are dressed like properly, you smile, you are good, you are not, God forbid, any sect. They are very, like France is a like country. Sects, and sect could be anything, I would say. Any religion could be, except of what they have around, which is Protestant or Jewish. Already, best stay away from religions. Because what you do is not a religion, it's a mind training. Everybody likes training. And good agriculture, you will be a treasure. Once you are a treasure, you can start functioning and being more than a treasure, being an example. An example what cooperation can do. It doesn't mean that they will jump and start doing nucleus because they saw you. Don't be naive. But they will start cooperating instead of competing, because everybody has tractor who is using 10%. Maybe they will figure out that they could buy one tractor, good tractor, and all will be sharing it. That will be a first step. Or you can start showing them that growing things in greenhouses in protective environment is much more efficient, is much more economical, and you grow good bio food. So slowly you become as I say, treasure of community, an example, and kind of you start teaching others. And you may even start to teach them a little bit of mind training. Why not? If anybody could benefit being a little wiser and not being stupid. It's pretty obvious, at least for normal people. And in the country, people are more or less normal. I don't know about... In America, you have to be careful because it depends where you are. People could be pretty aggressive. But in Europe, no, I don't think. I know Poland, I know France, I a little know Ukraine. Pretty are okay. I talk with lots of Spaniards. They're pretty, everywhere is more or less the same. So the nucleus start functioning, and once the nucleus is functioning, is established, pay its credit if it encounter. It's very easy to take more credit, and if next nucleus wants to become, you will be the mentors and helpers, and recommend them to the bank, recommend them to the local authorities, and they will have much easier life. You are the pioneers. It's tough, but exciting and great. So, that is much about nucleus. The next talk we will start creating, at least in these talks, a village. That would be a really big jump. So, up to next talk, unless I have something very important to tell about Nucleus, I can return to this subject, but at this moment, I think for Nucleus it's enough. So, see you hopefully soon. Goodbye.